Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I made a video earlier today about the success of one candidate in Slovakia. And some people celebrate, some people dislike it and are crying. Nevertheless, that's democracy, right? Right. When you win. When you lose, must be someone, somewhere. Nevertheless, this guy who was called all the way as being a pro-Russian candidate. Why? Because he said Slovakia first, Slovakian people first, and then whatever comes next. Well, he said it, that he also said that no bullet, no extra nothing for Ukraine. He said it. Now, from talking to doing, that's a long way. Okay, so I'm waiting. He said if he's the prime minister, he's gonna stop arming Ukraine or aiding Ukraine. That's how you call it. Basically, sending them weapons to kill the other guys. So look what this guy is saying right here. This pro-Russian guy, according to Russia Today. My people, and I'm quoting, have bigger problems than Ukraine. Oy vey, you can't have it. That's blasphemy. Put the stake over there. Bring all the branches. Ready, the torches, get him, wrap him, because we live in those times. We're just this close. Further casualties in the conflict between Kiev and Moscow benefit nobody, says Slovak party leader Robert Fico. Freko. The Slovak Social Democracy, Smer SD, party will not support further military aid for Ukraine. Its leader Robert Fico told journalists on Sunday today. We'll see. We'll see, Fico. When they visit you in the next 48 hours, you're going to say, yeah, maybe, send them weapons. We'll see. I hope he's a man of his word. But after all, he's a politician, right? Fico's party took the lead in the parliamentary elections held over the weekend and is now poised to start talks about forming a government. Probably he's going to have a coalition government, and he's going to blame those guys in the coalition government or in the parliament, obviously, that would not vote for his decisions. But that's going to be strange, because Biden just gives money somehow, without really asking what? They ask the Congress for the money. Why can't this guy do the same thing? Well, we'll see. If he doesn't want to do it, he's going to find a way to say, if he doesn't want to do what he said he will do, which is no more weapons to Ukraine, he's going to find a justification. They're going to find a little thing and he's going to do it. Like a thug, if he wants to beat you up, he's going to find something. You looked a certain way, you gave him the look or something, or you said something, weren't you the guy who said that? And it's not hard to justify a beating. Let's put it this way. And now Slovakia, and I'm quoting, and the people of Slovakia have bigger problems than Ukraine. I agree. End quote. He said at a press conference following the announcement of the election results. That he won, his party won 23% of the vote, with its closest competitor, Progressive Slovakia, receiving some 18%. The guy in charge of Progressive Slovakia, he is educated at Oxford University in Great Britain. Okay? He's homosexual, nothing wrong with that. He's married with or has a partner, a guy, and they have a daughter. And one of them must lactate. Anyway, when asked about, I don't know if this, I don't know how old she is, 3 or something, I can't remember. And I didn't get into that, I didn't care. I'm just giving you this as a extra information. When asked about his party's stance on helping Kiev, Fico said that if his party successfully forms a government, it would still be ready to help, but only in humanitarian way. And I'm quoting, we are prepared to help with the reconstruction of the state, but you know our opinion on arming Ukraine. Well, reconstruction, what if the Russians take over? Are you going to help with the reconstruction? And if not, why not? Aren't there the same Ukrainians that you cry about now? You see, this is the thing. Let's say the Russians, I'm just saying, take over and they control Ukraine. So they take their provinces, whatever they want, their historical territories, how they call them, and so on. And they will take over politically and so on. Will these guys that are crying right now and put their fucking flags on the cars and in the windows and the houses and the garages and so on, will they still send money to the Ukrainians to help them rebuild the country? Or because the Russians won, now you're garbage because those got you? I think that's going to happen. They will say, well, no more money, stop any aid. Why? Weren't you crying about the Ukrainians, the nation? Or you were crying because these guys were telling you to cry for Zelensky and this and that? So just pay attention to this little thing. They will just stop helping whatsoever because they're not fighting for the Ukrainians. They're fighting for their own interest with the Ukrainians in the front line. I'm going to give you the weapons. You go fight, pop, 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 blown, and then going to be another one, and another one, and another one. And when we're going to run out of Ukrainians, we're going to take some Romanians, some Poles, some guys from the Baltic states, maybe some Bulgarians, definitely people from Armenia, definitely from Georgia, maybe from Kazakhstan. They're working on that. Pay attention. Pay attention. Now, it says the Smer SD, the party, conducted an election campaign under the slogan, "Not a single round." Okay, that's nice. Not a single round, suggesting that it would end military assistance to Kiev. Well, the thing is, when? It's always, I will give you the money back. I will give you money back. Swear God. But I'm not going to tell you when. But I think that's very important. Very, as important as the first statement. The same here. No, not a single round. When? When you end your 4-year term? Then you decide that, and then you lose the elections, and the guys are going to continue giving them? Weasel, weasel, weasel. I can smell a weasel. Oh, okay. It was me. Anyway, an EU and NATO member state with a population of around 5.5 million. I thought it had about 9 or so. Slovakia has already supplied Ukrainian forces with armored personnel carriers, howitzers, and its entire fleet of Soviet-era MiG-29 fighter jets. And they will get the American F6, not F-16s, because those are going to be thrown in the garbage. They're already decommissioned, I think. It's going to be F-35 or something else. Last week, Fico vowed at one of his campaign rallies that the party would not send a single round of ammunition to Ukraine, and quote, if it won the elections. First day, first 4 years, first 3 years and 11 months and whatever, 29 days or something. On Sunday, the politician, who is a So on Sunday, the politician described the ongoing conflict as a great tragedy, adding that the prolonging the standoff would only make things worse. I think so. And I'm quoting, we will do everything we can to start peace negotiations as quick as possible, he said, referring to the conflict between Moscow and Kiev, quote unquote, further killing does not benefit anyone. Now, Slovakian President Zuzana Kaputova divorced, I checked, and she's 50, born in 1973, I think in April, said on Sunday that she would formally ask Fico to form a new government on Monday. With no party set to win a majority, Slovakia will need to form a coalition government. We'll find out. Now, the pro-European Voice Party, which took third place with 14.7%, did not rule out a possible alliance with Smer SD. Fico also received congratulations on his election victory from Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who said it would be, quote unquote, always be good to work together with a patriot. Yes! A victory by Fico and his party has reportedly sparked concerns in the US. According to Russian foreign intelligence, Washington has sought to keep the previous Slovakian government in power. Yeah, of course. without interfering like the Russians, because they don't do that. They do not do that. All right. So anyway, my friends, I believe it when I see it. There will be a lot of roadblocks before something happens. So he can say it, and then, if you don't want to do something, you find ways not to do it and to blame others and to make from something that should not really impede your ability to fulfill your promise, but you say that's the problem over there. And even if you tell that it's not the problem, you can solve it. That's the problem, man. No. So we'll see. We'll see. These guys will put a lot of pressure on Slovakia. They will consider it an outcast the second these guys change the stand on stands on supplying Ukraine with. They don't have anything. I mean, they don't have much more anyway. I don't think Slovakia would have to give what they gave everything, so they're dried bone. But who knows? They can give money from the Slovakian people to the Ukrainian people. Right? Take from your children, God damn it, give it to his children. And be, I'm such a good person. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.